Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. Good morning, Anne. Feel free to jump in and say hello in the chat, guys. Let us know how your weekend was going, where you're from, if this is your first time with us, if anything cool has been happening in your life with Mercury retrograde and all the other stuff that's going on. Christine says, happy Monday, Jacqui and Tribe. Thank you, Christine. Greetings, Jacqui. Kirby, happy Beltane. Today is the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. So that is celebrated as, am I saying it right? Beltane? This just came across my awareness like 2 days ago. And it's been good to me. Hi, Bonnie. How are you feeling? Bonnie's been a little sick. I want to check in on you. If this is your first time with me, my name is Jacqui Mancuso. I'm joining you guys from Northern Illinois. Today we're here to talk a little bit about the astrology, what's happening in the sky today and upcoming, and then we'll pull some oracle cards to ask our higher selves how to utilize all of this energy that's available to us. Bonnie is unwell but pushing forward. Thank you, Mercury, for the typo. Kirby, some say, oh gosh, Balkana? Oh, I gotta see it again. Balkana? But I'm more in the Beltane club. I'm at the point with the English language where, like, I'm just gonna say how I think it's said, and if I'm saying it wrong, whatever. The intention is that I'm not trying to disrespect any words. But if I hear it, then I'll change my mind. And everyone pronounces stuff differently, right? Potato, potato. Tomato, tomato. Happy spring, Lynn. And she's sending some love to Bonnie. I love it. Why don't we just jump in today? I don't even know. I got a wave of inspiration last night to do a 5-day fast. This is something I'll talk about when we talk about the astrology, like why this is so timely. But it's something that's been in my awareness for a long time, like years. And I had that fear of, like, what if I do it wrong? What if, whatever, what if? And then last night, like 2 different people came across my awareness who had recently finished a fast. And just with the way that my week is this week, I'm like, you know what? This is the week. I'm just going to do Monday through Friday, only water. We'll see what happens. So yeah, the little lack of caffeine is upon me at this time, so just bear with me, please. I appreciate you guys. Good morning, Courtney. Nice to see you. I also thought that this would be a good week to do a fast while Mercury is still retrograde, because when Mercury is retrograde, I have this like amplified mind. So I thought that this would help the first few days of brain fog. I heard from one person, I'm gonna have a conversation with the second person later today, but the first person, I heard that like the first 2 days of the fast were the worst, and then days 3, 4, and 5, it was like a heightened awareness, like, I don't even know, because I've never done this. So that's what I'm doing this week. I'll tell you why in the astrology. However, so yeah, Mercury is retrograde. We have another 13 days of Mercury retrograde. Today, Pluto already? I haven't checked on that. I apologize. I don't know if Pluto is already retrograde or if it's happening later today. But Pluto is going to appear to move backwards in the sky from today until October 10th. The degrees that will be impacted by this Pluto retrograde are 0 degrees of Aquarius, where he is now, and he'll retrograde all the way back to 27 degrees of Capricorn. So Pluto moves very, very slowly. His orbit is way far out there. So from now till October 10th, he'll be moving those 3 degrees back. He'll be in Aquarius still until June 11th. That's when he switches back into Capricorn. So as we just learned about Mercury retrograde, when planets station retrograde, their energies kind of turn inwards. So Pluto is in this time of transition right now. He stepped into Aquarius and now he's going to go back into Capricorn. And then next year he's going to step back into Aquarius. He's going to go back into Capricorn for a little bit more. And then finally at the end of 2024, he ushers through Aquarius for the next 20 years. So what I see this Pluto retrograde and next year's Pluto retrograde as are some opportunities to revisit what we want to take with us into Pluto moving through Aquarius. Pluto is the destroyer, but he also empowers. So Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. So while Pluto was moving through the last few degrees of Capricorn in the recent months, I was preaching a lot about just let it go, just crumble it down, all the structure, all the top down, the government, the school systems, they're all crumbling, let it go. And I guess that's the little rebel in me. But Pluto wants to break everything down to the base so that we can rebuild with what has substance, what is meant to come with us. So as Pluto goes back into Capricorn, starting in June, but he is retrograde now. It's kind of just refining what structures in our life, I'll go into it, what we want to take forward as we walk into Pluto, into Aquarius fully next year. So because retrograde planets turn the energies inward, I'm feeling this as what internal beliefs can we let go of at this time? What internal beliefs can be destroyed within us, specifically around Aquarius themes from now and for the next month and a half, and then Capricorn themes from June 11th on through October. So from now until June 11th, Pluto will be retrograding through Aquarius, breaking down what we believe internally about science, inventions, aviation. Aquarius rules aviation. I don't know if you guys have any strong opinions about aviation. Technology, so the big AI movement that's happening right now, just kind of revisiting your beliefs, challenging your own beliefs on some things. And this whole Aquarian theme of humanitarianism. What is your role in society? What is your role in community? What is community's role for you, and vice versa? So for the next month and a half, those themes might be presenting lessons to us for us to break down what we believe about those types of Aquarius themes. And then after June, I'll just talk about it now so you have a preparation. But when Pluto moves back into Capricorn, we'll be going into our internal beliefs to break down what we believe about the structures in our life, the rules in our life, our status. Capricorn's all about 10th house status, who am I in this world, as far as my career and my standing, my purpose. Maybe are going to start to break down what it actually means to be you, the highest version of you. Capricorn themes will also help us break down our limitations, maybe how we limit ourselves or how we allow other external forces to limit us, and our boundaries. So if you want to know, Pluto has been here for a long ass time. So just look for where the very end of Capricorn is in your chart, where Aquarius starts. Capricorn is usually a circle and it has a 7 hat, I think, or a backwards 7 hat. And Aquarius is the 2 squiggly water lines, or I've heard people call them the squiggly energy lines. I kind of like that energy line instead. Lynn says, I hope you feel great with the fasting, Jackie. Give you my strength. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Christine says, I've done many fasts and I've never heard of water only. I'm a bit concerned about that, Jackie. I knew you would be, Christine. I'm listening to my body. It's Taurus season. this afternoon as well. So like the Pluto retrograde is something that's going to be in the background until October. This afternoon, the sun is going to come conjunct to Mercury retrograde. They're going to meet together in the sky. The sun is moving one direction forward and Mercury is moving the opposite direction. So they're going to cross, but they're going to meet at 11 degrees of Taurus. So the sun is that big, shining, bright light in the sky, obviously, right? And Mercury is the planet of thoughts, ideas, and communication. So Mercury moving retrograde has been asking us to revisit our ideas about certain topics, to revisit our thoughts. So with Mercury retrograde coming conjunct to the sun, I'm seeing this as like a big aha moment. Like an instant moment of clarity, clarification through having reflected on some of the Taurus themes in your life. This 11 degrees of Taurus right now is happening at the midpoint of Uranus and the North Node. So Uranus and the North Node are exactly the same distance apart from the Sun and Mercury. So we have 11 degrees, we have 18 degrees, and we have 4 degrees. So I'm seeing when this happens, you can kind of balance all of the energies of those planets. So Uranus is all about doing things your own way, going against the status quo, maybe doing things a little bit out of the normal, walking to the beat of your own drum. North Node is all about what you need to do to reach your highest destiny. So having this moment of brilliance right between these two planets is like how to reach your destiny your own way. And it's going to be a quick like, oh, that's it. So that's where this this fast thing came from. Thank you guys for your worry. I'm not accepting it at this time. We have some other changes that are coming, and I said we because you guys are in my community. I went to a health fair yesterday. I went to a holistic health fair, and I participated in many workshops, and I had just one reading done while I was there, but just the whole day and all the synchronicities and all the messages, and I'm going to have a really big announcement. I don't know, maybe this week. It's like a total revamp of how I do things. So just saying that. But in your own life, and again, when these things come conjunct, like, yes, it's going to happen this afternoon. I think it's going to happen in about 10 hours from now. But that doesn't mean that, like, that moment of brilliance is going to come at 6:30 p.m., like, and that's it. No, like, I had this revelation yesterday because the planets are coming very close to each other. So yesterday, today, tomorrow, just pay attention. And if you do have one of those, like, wow, I've been thinking about this for a long time, and boom, like, that's the answer, trust your gut, trust your intuition. Especially around Taurus themes. Because this Mercury retrograde Sun conjunction is happening at 11 degrees of Taurus. So Taurus themes, Taurus rules our resources. What we have, what we use to get things done. So the physical, tangible items that you use to do life. Your finances are represented in Taurus. Your physical body is all Taurus themes. And again, like your basic needs of food and water and shelter. So don't be afraid if you have a big, like, whoa, that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Just give it some trust and see what happens. Christy says fasting can be so clarifying and detoxifying when done well. Yeah, I've heard lots of benefits. That's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. So I want to focus the main reading today on that Sun conjunct Mercury. Because I feel like there's something that might be like on the brink of aha for some of you. So this is a deck that I've had for, I don't know, a month. This is the first time I'm bringing it to Insight Timer. It's called the Sacred Medicine Oracle. I'm not very familiar with this deck. I've only pulled it out 2 or 3 times, so I figured, I don't know, maybe an aha moment will come through this brand new deck. So these are group readings. If this is your first time with me, you may not be aware of that. So I ask you guys to send your energy into this deck, and then I will shuffle away, asking for all of our highest guides to work together, bringing us messages around what we might want to keep in mind as we look for this aha moment with the Sun conjunct Mercury. And that came out immediately. Look at that. I'll do this. Cool. That was the fastest that's ever happened. So Sun conjunct Mercury, here you go. Like, that's just super fast. Here's knowledge, here's information. So I'm going to show you guys the backs of the cards. So you're going to see this same card back 3 times, but we're focusing on the subtleties of our bodies. That's how intuition works. You look for the physical senses and how they change. So if you hear a ringing in your ear, if you just already know, like Jacqui, if you smell something when I hold up a certain card, if you hear a whisper, clairaudience, like that's the one that I don't think I've ever experienced yet, and I don't know, I don't understand it. But yeah, some people hear their name in the wind. I think that's pretty cool. If you get like a tickle or a muscle twitch somewhere on your body when I hold up a certain card, that could mean that that message is just a little bit stronger for you today. And then like Jacqui, claircognizance, if you just know a number, like if there's just something in your awareness right now and you're like, oh yeah, card number 3, that's for me. The whole reading is for everyone, but if you're pulled to a certain card, that could just mean that that card has something special for you today. So here is the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. So let us know if one or more of those cards are calling to you today, and I'll hold them up one more time just in case. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. And the back of card number 3. Let's see, so Jacqui was feeling 2, 3, then 1. Bonnie's working with 2. Kirby 1 and some 3. Alice 2, Anne 2 and 3. Deanne 2. Anne 1 and 3. I think that's so funny. Anne, Deanne, Anne. Darlene's working with 3. Michelle 3. Lynn 2, letting go of. 3, super guidance. I love that. Victoria strong 2, cool. Christine 1, 2, 3. Jojo 3. Jess throat for 1 and solar plexus for 3, cool. Christine 3. Ada 3. Wow. All right, so asking just for some guidance and information around this Mercury conjunct the Sun. Anne says, my phone buzzed for 3 the first time, then the laptop flashed for 3 on the second time. I'm guessing 3. Yep, that's how the universe, your spirit guides, they use the tools around you to communicate with you. So yeah, that's great. That's awesome. So card number 1 is card number 18, Creation Story, Pathway. I love this. Before you arrived here on the planet, you were a vision, a spark of creation. This card comes forward to ask you to remember your divinity. In our traditional ways, we speak of our original instructions. What was the vision that Creator had for us? Can you hear the whispers? Can you remember those instructions that were planted in your soul? Sometimes in life, we compare ourselves to others. We feel less than, or feel that we aren't quite measuring up in some way. We feel that we need to change who we are at the core. This medicine card is here to tell you that Creator makes no mistakes. Your story is yours alone. It is unique and cannot be compared to another's journey. If you find yourself wishing that your path was different, this card is here to pull you back to your original instructions. Your path is exactly as it needs to be. You are no less or greater than anyone else that walks upon this earth. Your divine nature is meant to be expressed in the unique way that calls to you. This medicine brings you back to your own truth, your own way, your own story. There can be no comparisons, as there is nobody who is quite like you upon this earth at this time. It's time to root back into your original instructions and intentionally claim your path. So this card to me is screaming where I was talking about the midpoint. This is happening. This Mercury conjunct the Sun is happening right between Uranus and the North Node. The North Node is kind of like our instruction book about where we, as a collective, are supposed to be headed in order to reach our highest destiny, in order to fulfill what Creator brought us on this earth to do. Uranus, on the other side of that midpoint, right? We have Uranus in the North Node and then Mercury and the Sun in the middle. North Node is like, this is true north, like go this way. Uranus is like, do it your own creative way, be unique. Don't follow what your friends and family are telling you to do, just like do and go. So that's what I'm feeling with this card. Whatever hit of inspiration does come might be something a little radical. It might be something that, your friends are telling you, like, I don't know, I'm worried about you. Like, maybe don't make that choice. I don't trust that choice. But you're here for a reason. And if you're feeling called to do something, you're called to do it for your purpose. Let's see what else comes out through the reading. Card number 2 is card number 19, and the message is Shaker, brings us truth. A shaker is a medicine tool used to commune with the spirit world. The shaking vibration in it accompanies our prayers. The shaking vibration it offers accompanies our prayers, our songs, and our healing intentions. When used over the body with healing intention, it helps to activate stuck energies and begin clearing them from the energy field. A healer from your own lineage steps forward today and hands you this powerful medicine tool that carries bare energy, which invites forward all that has been hibernating within. It's a gift from the spirit world and is here to shake up your truth. Your voice is powerful, your truth profound, and you are ready to speak and share. What words have you swallowed lately? What emotions have you suppressed? Your throat is vibrating with the energy ready to be released. This shaker is here to assist you in bringing forward all that has been buried deep. As you allow this medicine to move through your throat, the energy center begins to heal. What relationships in your life need more truth spoken? What boundaries need to be set? Where can you use your sacred no? This bear shaker is a powerful tool for transformation. Pulling this card today asks for you to tune into your inner knowing of what is true for you. It validates your lived experiences, emotions, and inner knowing. It is safe for you to speak now. Your ancestors, guides, and healer spirits are all around, holding space. Yeah, Bonnie, I knew that. You needed medicine shaker and healing for number 2. Yeah, that was wonderful. I'm glad that resonated with you. Lynn needs this today. Courtney needs this today. I think a lot of us need this today. Mercury is the planet of communication, guys. It's all about speaking. In the center of Uranus and the North Node, there's something that is unique about you that you need to say right now, and the sun is right there shining a light on it. This is just shaking up the fear using the... how do I describe it? You can use like the shaker to break up energy. You can use koshi bells to break up energy. You can literally just clap your hands around your body, around your house to break up energy. It's just that like, it's sound vibration. Have an audio go in and out sporadically. That's annoying. The replay of this session will be on my YouTube channel, so you can search my name on YouTube, and there will also be a text description of the cards in our spiritual community. That's the group that I have here on Insight Timer. This card is letting everyone know that it's time to speak your truth. What I was getting from this card was a little bit of like, maybe you don't know what your truth is. I know I've had that journey over and over and over again. I can tend to fall into people-pleasing tendencies, and it's hard for me to understand what it is that I actually want, because what I want is to keep the peace, you know? So like speaking my truth often disrupts the peace, but this card is letting you know, like, it's time to just speak your truth. Let it out. What haven't you been saying? Maybe in order to keep the peace. Speak it. The sun is shining right on Mercury right now. Use your voice. Victoria says same about the audio. She switched to mobile and it's working better. Awesome. Jess says nothing bothersome. Beautiful. Christy, Mercury is retrograde. Electronic disruptions happen. Thanks, Christy. Courtney feels the same. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes even, I know like this is talking about the shaker as far as the shamanic stuff, but just shake your body. Just like literally jump around and gyrate and look like an idiot. Who cares? Like, do it for yourself. Do it in a dark room where no one's gonna see you, or, you know, like when you're home alone or whatever. But just move the energy around and allow it to come out. Once it comes out, oh, it's magic. It's magic. Jackie had the communication card come up this morning in my chakras deck. Everything is aligned. I love that. I love that so much. The third card that came up for us today is card number 20. Storytelling. Connection. Traditionally, winter was when we told our stories. Wisdom was passed down from one generation to the next during these times, and many of our teachings were passed down orally. This medicine card comes forward today to remind you of the potent stories your family history holds. In these stories, there are medicine ways teachings of your lineage, and traditional knowledge that is waiting to be uncovered. This medicine card asks you to do some familial research at this time. Sit with an elder in your family and ask them to tell you their favorite stories. If this is not accessible to you, ask for the information to come through your dreams, visions, and inner knowings. Write down what you discover. Think about the favorite stories of your childhood, the stories told to you by loved ones, and all the teachings passed down to you about your heritage. There is gold waiting to be mined there, and you are being welcomed forward as a wisdom keeper of family knowledge and tradition. Storytelling is a way to remember who we truly are, and this card is calling you home to your most authentic self. Lynn, why is this insane? Were you connecting with one of your ancestors? This makes some sense. Just a little bit of sense. So you're also being called to listen to the stories of your ancestors. Listen to the stories of your family lineage. Immediately, we're connecting. So we're put on this earth for a reason. And a lot of times, especially when we go through our teenage angst, there's a lot of energy stored within us, like, why am I here? Why am I even in this family? I don't belong in this family. And I'm sure some of you guys might feel that as well. But now that we are adults and we have learned our own lessons and we have found our own intuitive paths, we can shake away all of the assumptions that we've placed upon ourselves in regards to life in general, what we think this life is supposed to be. And now, from your heightened awareness, from your higher perspective, maybe you can listen back to some of the stories that you were listening to about your family when you were a child, to hear them through a different lens, maybe to take their messages in a little bit deeper, maybe in a way that means something just more vibrant, more robust for you right now, because you are in a different place than maybe the last time that you've heard this story. So we all know that history repeats itself. So instead of struggling so hard, why don't we just learn from the people who have already done the struggle for us? And if that's not an option, if you are the only family that you have right now, or if all of your ancestors are crossed over to the other side, ask for them to visit you in your dreams. Ask to connect with them when you put your feet in the grass. Ask to connect with them through meditation. And don't have any expectations, just see what comes up. Just sit with it and see what happens. Courtney just got goosebumps. I love it. I'm glad that's resonating with you guys. So, this deck, I promise, has been shuffled. Somewhat. It's not completely shuffled. Like I said, I've only used it a handful of times. But these were the three cards. These cards, like, I was shuffling them, and then three of them just flipped over in a row. So I took that as a sign. So we did get the sequential 18, 19, 20. And I just felt the urge to ask you guys, like, what happened in your life at those years, 18, 19, 20? Is there anything that needs healing right now? Are there any thoughts that you may have created around that age, 18, 19, 20, that you are revisiting with this Mercury retrograde? Let's pull a card for Pluto, huh? Let's give Pluto some credit here. He is stationing retrograde today, and it can have a pretty big impact on us. So I would like to ask this Archangel Animal deck what Pluto would like us, which animal Pluto would like us to embody throughout his retrograde phase. So this message is a longer lasting message. This will stick with us through October 10th. So all summer, most of the autumn, which animal spirit would Pluto like us to embody during his retrograde phase? Feel free to send your energy into this deck as well, asking our highest selves and our highest guides. Thank you, Rhonda, for reminding us cards are in the sequential order. It looks like the chat is starting to slow down. I'm just going to keep going with my thing. If there's any distractions on your part, like I said, this replay will be on YouTube. It's going to be a pretty short session today. You can just search my name on YouTube and find me there. If you have been benefiting from this, if you've enjoyed our time today, if you'd like to offer an energy exchange in the form of a donation, they are always appreciated, but never expected. My link tree is in my Insight Timer bio if you want to see all of the other ways that we can connect. I got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, here we go. Lynn, thinking about a warming up phase until the lunar eclipse. These steps. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, because we do have that lunar eclipse. Actually, thank you for reminding me. I just wanted to mention that earlier. The lunar eclipse is happening on Friday at some degrees of Scorpio. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but it is happening in Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Scorpio has two rulers. Traditionally, before Pluto was discovered, Scorpio was ruled by Mars. So anytime we're working with Scorpio energy, we get like double dips. We get to work with intense Mars energy and intense Pluto energy. So Pluto is playing a big role in this lunar eclipse. So we'll talk more about that when I'm back here on Friday. Amazing. Hilda says, listening to the elderly is wise, and they don't have to be your direct line ancestors. Thanks for that reminder, Hilda. That is absolutely true. Yes, I have learned so much from people, not even in my family, just because of their wisdom, their time spent here on the earth. You pick up a lot of stuff along the way. Stephanie, 108 people here. I love it. And is that your birthday? The lunar eclipse? I bet that's happening very close to your sun then in your natal chart. This could be a pretty intense rebirthing of your soul, who you are, why you're here, what you're even choosing to do here. Big times, big excitement. Pluto wants us to embody the camel throughout his retrograde. This is paired with Archangel Jophiel, and the message is to be forbearing and patient. Camels incarnate from Lukume, the ascended aspect of Sirius. They carry much wisdom and are waiting patiently to share this with humanity. They will download this to us as we become more telepathically receptive and are ready to progress into the new golden age. As camels move from meditative empty deserts to noisy chaotic towns, they are learning and teaching about balance. They are also transforming lower frequencies into light. Much sacred knowledge from Lukume is contained in their divine blueprint, and this they pass into the golden fifth dimensional ley lines wherever they go. They are helping to maintain the grids for us. Camels are also demonstrating to us to use resources wisely. They have learned to conserve what they have and use it with discrimination so that there is enough for everyone. You are blessed to receive this card of wisdom. It suggests you hold golden wisdom in your divine blueprint, and that in your life plan you have contracted to share with this humanity. This path calls you to practice patience, forbearance, and humility. You may feel ahead of your time. Many will sense the light you carry and will react to it in different ways. So you need to stay in balance, whatever is happening around you. If you do not fully recognize who you are, your guidance is to sit quietly, place a sparkling golden light around yourself, and call on Archangel Jophiel, the angel of wisdom, to help you attune to your true self. Then expect the deep knowing held in your soul to start coming forward. Asking Pluto which animal he'd like us to embody during his retrograde phase and then coming out with the camel, I'm seeing just so much patience, allowing the transformation to happen within. If it resonates to embody envelop yourself in golden light, to ask for the inner wisdom to come through, by all means do so. That is one of the practices that I do literally every day, that I will be sharing with you guys on Thursday. I'll talk about that in a second. So that's really cool that came out. But this is all about Pluto retrograde is about destroying our inner knowings, right? Like destroying the inside, and not in a bad way, right? You got to break it down in order to rebuild it more beautifully. But the camel holds his reserve. He's not going to throw it all out immediately. So this Pluto retrograde to me is feeling very tiptoey, very just okay, I see this belief about our future, about technology, about whatever, let's examine it. Let's look at it. Let's go all the way down. Let's spend some time with it. And then, okay, these are the parts that I would like to get rid of. Thank you. Move on to the next one. That's what I'm feeling with this camel card. I like it, Lynn. And the bear in forbearing is also patience. This bear energy wants to visit us twice today from the shaker energy of the bear there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Winter energy as well. Bear, I don't know why I connect bear with winter, but that just feels right. And then the storytelling card was talking about how storytelling happens in the winter. Retrograde going inwards could be sitting with the darkness inside. Sitting quietly, silently inside in order to find the creation. Look at all of these images of the sun as well, or just luminous bodies, right? I obviously know that this is a shaker, but just the large yellow circle. Someone mentioned solar plexus earlier. Here's a big solar plexus surrounding yourself in golden light. So on Thursday, I'm doing... Hi, Jennifer. On Thursday, I will be doing this spiel about a different transit, but I'm going to be doing it on YouTube Live. I've been testing out different platforms due to the technological issues that I've been experiencing here on Insight Timer. So if you would like to come on YouTube Live with us on Thursday, same format, it's free, donation-based. I do the astrology, I do the oracle cards. But then on Thursday, I wanted to share with you guys the way that I set up my energy every morning. It's not a protection in a way of fear. It's an energetic protection and an energy boost that I put myself in every morning. And I've been doing it for some time and I've been seeing really good results. The negativity just doesn't get to me as much as it used to. Now we have 123 here, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's going to be happening on Thursday at the same time as I would do this Insight Timer session, 8:15 Central Time. Just search my name on YouTube and you can find us there. And then other things happening this week. I'm bringing yoga back to Insight Timer. I'm going to be here tomorrow, a different time. I'm going to be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. So it's 1 hour ahead of now. So like 1 hour in the future of now, but tomorrow. I used to teach yoga on Insight Timer and it was fun. I was very new to teaching yoga when I was teaching on Insight Timer. And then my schedule got all messed up and I couldn't teach anymore here. And yeah, I redefined the way that I would like to teach. So I'm going to try it tomorrow and see how it goes. I'm not going to promise anything. I'm going with the flow. But it'll be an intuitive flow. So we're going to get together. I'm going to pull an oracle card. We're going to see what message the oracle card wants us to embody throughout the yoga practice. And then we'll bring it onto the mat. My style of teaching is very descriptive, so I tend to move slower in my yoga practice. I very much like to embody the practice and feel into the whole body as we're doing it. So it's not going to be like a fast flow sweat fitness type yoga. No, it's a very grounding in body feel into all of this, and we're going to connect it to whatever message happens to come out of the cards. So I'm excited for that if you want to join me tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And on Friday is when we have this big lunar eclipse, full moon in Scorpio. I'll be talking about it here on Insight Timer Friday at 8:15 Central. So that's what I have for you guys today. You're here for a reason. We all are unique puzzle pieces that fit into this puzzle that is called the collective. You're being invited to shake away any beliefs that tell you otherwise. Perhaps listening to your elders or listening to elders. Just get wisdom from people. Hear their stories and maybe learn something about yourself based on what other people have been through. Life is a metaphor. Use it all as a metaphor. And for the foreseeable future, patience, my friend. Reserve your resources. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. This is all about Pluto retrograde, going inwards to release our beliefs about technology and structures in our lives. Just go slow. Just go slow. If you guys would like to offer any energy exchanges, donations are appreciated, never expected. You can follow my YouTube channel. I post all the replays of this there. I also have a podcast on my YouTube channel. There is a separate YouTube for the podcast. I'm working on getting it on Spotify and all the other platforms, but I just have so much going on right now. It's in my to-do list. But the podcast is called A Werewolf for You with 3 4s. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. It's pretty cool. What else? What else can I tell you about? Yeah, just, I don't know. Follow me. See what I'm doing if you liked the session today. And this replay will be on YouTube. I had something else to say. Oh, and Bonnie helps us out. She posts the updates, like the card descriptions. She puts them in our spiritual community here on Insight Timer. So, Annette, thank you. I don't know if I read that out loud yet, but thank you. Gary says, Jacqui, I've been listening to you, and it sounds like some pretty intense energy right now. What will this do to our moods? It's a loaded question. I'm so particular when it comes to this stuff. Like, I would love to look at your chart and see how this is all impacting your chart. The Scorpio full moon lunar eclipse, as I said, is ruled by Pluto and Mars. So Pluto and Mars in general are very intense planets. They can be, right? All of this energy is just there. We determine how to co-create our lives with the planets. So this energy will be among us. Mars is all about action, just drive, doing, going. You can choose to take it in the way of like haphazard, oh, I'm just gonna do and act and blah, blah, blah. Or you can take it and refine it and say, okay, I have this energy. I'm going to direct it and channel it in this way. Scorpio, ruled by Pluto. So we also have this destructive energy coming in with this lunar eclipse. You can choose to say, holy shit, my life's falling apart and everything looks dangerous and scary and I don't know if anything's ever going to get better. Or you can say, wow, I'm really glad I can pull things apart and look at the very depths of them to understand if this is really what I want in my life or not. So, what was your exact question? What will this do to our moods? That's your choice. It's your choice. That's why I like to teach the astrology so that you have an understanding of what's happening, so that you can make a more informed decision of how you would like to use the energy. It's all your choice. Ada, here's the first deck. It's called the Sacred Medicine Oracle. Fiorella says, tomorrow is your birthday. Happy Taurus birthday, Fiorella. I hope you can join us for yoga here. I'm feeling very intense, lots of emotions. There's a lot available. Intense doesn't mean bad either. Emotions aren't bad. They're just emotions, and you choose how you want to go with them. There was also a fire in card 3 and card 2. All yellow for our solar plexus. Yeah, that fire. The sun I would call fire also. Thank you, Jess. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow and Friday here on Insight Timer. And I'll see you Thursday on YouTube Live for the whole energy shield amplification stuff. Time to use the chaos and falling apart to find what I really want. Maybe for the first time. That's the attitude, TJ. I love it. Excitement and love to all. Jacqui, see you tomorrow for the Embody Astrology check-in. Yes, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Namaste. Take care. I will see you very soon.